Hi everyone, I'm Kristian Anderson, Executive Director of LVA, and today I am in the studio of Steve Heine, going through his process from ideation to computer, technology, assembly, painting, and it's a little bit different than some of the other processes that you've seen, so I hope you enjoy it.
And on this piece, I'm really just interested in the iteration of line, and I wanted to create a spell of line and shadow. It was also one of the first pieces. This is a single piece of laser cut steel, and how do I connect it to the piece? And it's a series of small diameter magnets.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
that's clever.
I think it's an elegant way to create multi-layered steel pieces. So I'm now doing that.
Those rare earth magnets are strong.
They're strong, and so you don't need many of them, and you just need to kind of place them in a clever way. All this work that I've really been working on for about 5 years, this is my cloud panels. And the cloud panels series is really my fascination with clouds as a boy. And the light through the clouds, not the direct light, but the light that kind of filtered through the clouds and washed through the clouds. That's really what has driven this work for me. That's sort of the emotional appeal for me. I shared a bedroom with my twin brother when we were growing up in Arden Park, lots of trees, and that bedroom window faced west, and there was a park across the street, so the view of the setting sun filtering through the clouds and through those trees, that's really the kind of light that interests me in that series of pieces. So how do I get there? You know, how do I express that in a way that's fresh, that someone else isn't doing? And so that's kind of really what's driven my interest in the paper setting models and the laser cut work. I found these remarkable LED panels. The panel for this piece is about, this is 30 by 30 inches. I think the piece is actually 27 by 27. But what it allows me to do is it allows me to, the range of colors infinite. Right. And I can change any time I want. I envision these in a static, one static color, but it doesn't matter what that color is. I'm not really interested in the shift of color. I'm just interested in the single, the blue, or there's an amber that I love as well. With the current pieces that I'm working on now, I do feel like there's a responsibility to bear witness. I hope to do a series of these. The QR code is actually white on white. So it's 2 layers. It's this layer above this layer, similar to how I made this piece. So I want to remove, it's all white. So I really want to sort of embed the code even more deeply into the piece. They can be read with the paper QR code that's next to it. But I really wanted to talk about, I don't want to sound too heavy-handed, but what I think is really the marketing of fascism. And the series of pieces are dog whistles, a series of dog whistles. This particular one is Charlottesville. I just finished a piece on Kenosha. I'm fascinated with code, and I just am. It's just the way I'm wired. And I think in a sense that's what I've been doing here as well. And so for this particular piece, I sent them, it was 7 pieces. And this particular piece will actually, it's going to sit on a poplar base. I do all my word work myself, but it'll actually sit above this piece, and then actually have them locate the holes exactly where I need them. They're just slightly oversized, and I use a series of these magnets to actually float the piece above the base. And then these, of course, will sit here. And this is going to eventually go here. And then they actually had to give me a custom quote for this one. So,
One tiny little square.
$1.50.
As you were talking about sort of language construction and code, as we were standing here, I was thinking about semaphore. So I was thinking about if these cuts have a particular, like, are you building your own sort of language? Because this,
Yes.
like this,
Yes.
because it reminds me a lot of semaphore.
Understand.
So,
And I wonder about that myself. And it's becoming more clear to me. The longer I work with this, it's still a little murky, but it's starting to, just the idea of code, just in the past year, it's like, my God, of course that's what I've been interested in. I think there's a lot of noise in the world, and I think my work is a reaction to the noise in the world. And I think it can be reductive and minimal, but I'm constantly editing as I'm designing, and I hope I find a place with each piece where what's left is essential to that piece for me. All the noise has been, for me, removed. It's resolved, and I know when I get to that place in my design that, all right, now I need to make it. And in a way, that's what's happening in the world of politics right now. There's so much noise, and I'm just trying to kind of cut through it and listen to what's really being said. I'm doing this in a small way. I'm not saying that it's necessarily profound in any way, but it's something I feel I need to do, and it allows me, as I mentioned earlier, to engage in a conversation sort of beyond my little